Hello friends, this is Bharath reporting for Revsportz from the city of Trivandrum. So early in the morning with birds chirping around me and pleasant weather around as well, I will take you through how India went on to crush New Zealand not just in the fifth game in Trivandrum but also in the series which they wrapped up 4-1. Basically the positives that India had from this series, yes there were a few negatives as well. So let us start with the positives. As you would have noted in the final game, Ishan Kishan cracked a superlative 100. In the second match of the series as well, he was in supreme form, cracking an aggressive 76. So the key part to look at with Ishan Kishan is that I think he's upgraded his game with all the upheavals that he's gone through in the last few years. I think he's definitely upgraded his game. If you look at the consistency of his bat swing, if you look at how he's playing a lot more shots through the offside, even yesterday he was playing a few more shots. That could be noticed even in the second game where he cracked 6 boundaries, I believe, through the offside. And also with regard to pull shots, he's one of those Indian batters promising or among the younger lot who does play the pull shot quite well. So the pace bowlers don't have much going for them when they try to bang it short against him. But there's a larger picture to answer, and that is basically about whether Ishan Kishan will come into the equation in the World Cup, especially in the backdrop of Sanju Samson's form being not good. I have a gut feel, or at least going by the couple of press conferences, that Sanju Samson might get 1 or 2 chances in the World Cup, but if he fails again and again, then definitely Ishan Kishan should come into the equation. In my humble opinion, I think this is the right time for him to open the innings. This is pretty much what can you say? We feel a little bit sad about Sanju Samson, but that is how it goes. So, sport at the highest level is ruthless, and I believe this is the right time for Ishan Kishan to open the batting and in the World Cup. So that is about Ishan Kishan. Obviously, you also have to talk about Surya Kumar Yadav, the India skipper, cracked 350s in the series and basically returned to good form. Once upon a time, he used to call him a Rajnikant of T20 cricket, but then came a time when Surya Kumar Yadav, it seemed like couldn't even buy a run in T20 eyes. So from that backdrop, in that context, it's great to notice that Surya Kumar has returned to form or has got his mojo back. I think one of the key strengths of Surya Kumar Yadav when he's batting well is he hits a lot more shots down the ground, at least a few more shots down the ground, and with conviction. There was a time maybe when he was going through bad form that he was trying to play on the rise and hitting it to straight to the mid-off fielder. Maybe he was looking to play too much to the onside with his favorite flick or the pickup shot, and maybe getting a leading edge or two, which we saw it in the Asia Cup when I think Harris Roth forced an leading edge with Surya Kumar Yadav being the dismissed batter. So that is about Surya Kumar Yadav, who has shown that he still has the capability to score runs. Let us wait and watch to see how he goes in the World Cup. And then there were a few more positives, few more positives. Akshar Patil, I think, in the last game showed again that he is a pretty good defensive bowler. Then obviously Varun Chakravarti, whenever he was playing, was among the wickets. Here is a bowler, I think currently is a complete spinner in T20 cricket. He has all the skills, he has the required repertoire, and he also has the required control and gets that bounce by imparting overspin. So it's not easy to hit him in T20 cricket. And then you also have to talk about Arshdeep Singh. In the final game, it seemed as if he would go for plenty. At one point, he had I think figures of 40 runs in 2 overs, but came back brilliantly by picking up a 5-for. I think it again encapsulates his sound temperament. He's someone I think who can make a comeback after being hit, and that is a key point to notice in T20 cricket, because in T20 cricket you are definitely going to get hit as a bowler at some point of time. So on a bad day, can you just curtail the damage, or can you limit the damage? And that is where Arshdeep Singh is really good. He didn't just limit the damage, he went on to pick a 5-for as well. Yes, he attacked the stumps, used the left arm angle well. He also has a good short ball, surprise short ball. So I think he's pretty much a complete T20 bowler because he can move the ball. He has that wobble seam delivery as well, three-quarter seam. So that was about Arshdeep Singh. And then we also have to talk about a few negatives. Unfortunately, one of them is obviously Sanju Samson. His bad form or poor form has continued, and he looks like he's briefed or is someone out of sorts. Although in the next session before the final game, I still insist that he looked in good touch, but in the middle he looks very tentative. He was back to his old days, maybe not able to adjust his downswing to versus different kinds of pace. Perhaps maybe staying leg side of the ball, that back foot trigger not really helping him at times against fast bowlers. So a lot of things actually going against him. So that was about our Sanju Samson. Unfortunately, in front of his home crowd, he couldn't get going. A lot of fans, they came in droves. They thronged the stadium, but unfortunately, they couldn't see their hero putting up a good show. So that was a little bit about Sanju Samson. Actually, in these circumstances or in this context, I want to add a subset to it, and that is basically Ishan Kishan kept wickets for the final game, but Surya Kumar Yadav later said that it is basically they had already decided that Sanju Samson would keep wickets for the first three games and Kishan for the last two games. As it happened, Ishan Kishan missed the fourth one because of an eagle, and he returned to the fifth game and went on to keep wickets. I also want to add one more player here, not in relation to a negative point, but in terms of a bright spot for the Indian setup, that is Shivam Dube over the last 4-5 months. Here is one cricketer who's fulfilled, I think, his promise, fulfilled his potential over the last 5-6 months in T20 cricket. He seems to be hitting the deck harder. He seems to be making very much vital contributions. We saw that in the Asia Cup final. We again saw that in the India-New Zealand series. In one of the games, in the fourth game, he cracked an imposing 23 ball 65. I think he's very much a vital cog in the lineup nowadays because he gives you another all-round option. Obviously, you will counter me by saying that there are two more players I have to talk about, and they're Jasprit Bumrah and Abhishek Sharma, or even Hardik Pandya. But with these three players, expect them to fire on all cylinders, so not much to talk about them. Yes, Bumrah did go for a lot of runs in the final game in Trivandrum, but the conditions were such that even the best bowler in the business went for a lot. So that is about it. Hopefully you liked this video. Keep subscribing to our Revsportz channel, as we don't just cover cricket, we cover other sports as well. Thank you again.